Welcome back. The pressure continues on the market, though the mid-caps are having a better session today, actually. That's the only little space of green. Some of the result reactions are being well received, but otherwise the market continues to be under pressure. Let's take the conversation forward with Anil Sarin, CIO of Centrum PMS. Anil, good to have you on the show. Thanks very much for joining in. So, it's kind of become a dual storm of sorts. We've had our own issues here with, a group of stocks. And now you have the headwinds coming in from global markets with the jobs report and yields rallying the way they did. What do you think? I mean, India's underperformance, is it going to continue for a while, or do you think this is a great opportunity to go ahead and start buying?
I think it is the latter. We've had, from November onwards, we've had weakness, which continued into December and Jan also. And generally, we tend to follow the US. And if there is a distinct kind of moderation in the pace of interest rate hikes and the US market responding positively to that, then India should be doing well, but for these temporary factors that we are seeing now.
Okay. So in that case, since you are still quite optimistic on the way things are set up, what parts of the market would you look at buying right now? Would it be IT? Because there was a move that started at the start of the year, a move to go back into the beaten down names in IT, let's say, and there was some profit taking going on in banks. But then, given the developments and the sentiment in the last couple of weeks, which areas are you looking at?
So, I mean, as a PMS, we don't have the luxury of moving in and out. So we necessarily have to look at longer term ideas. So over there, obviously, lenders have a role to play, technology or IT has a role to play. But by and large, we are doing, bottom-up kind of investing. In general, when there is buoyancy in the economy, and we have every reason to expect the buoyancy to sustain going forward, then individual ideas, the small and mid caps tend to do well. So if you pick your spots properly, I think we should be okay as we sort of, have this conversation towards the end of calendar year 2023.
All right. Hi, Mr. Sarin. Thanks for joining us. This is Pavitra. I just wanted to ask you, what do you think of the entire Adani Group crisis that is playing out? And do you see, how much of a risk do you see of this, really spreading? Because for now, at least it looks quite contained, right? Even the banks have pretty much held up.
Yeah, so I think enough very intelligent people have commented upon it. It seems to be contained. And I think even if you're a short seller, at some stage you would be closing your shorts out, right? I expect, I think sometime very soon, this whole saga should end. It's really commendable to see how the market is, taking it in its stride. Initially, we were quite hurt by it, but now we seem to be sort of taking it in our stride as a market. And even the individual stocks, as these open positions get closed, there should be some kind of revival.
Mr. Sarin, you spoke about bottom-up investing, right? And this volatility, the fall that we've seen has given investors a lot of opportunity to buy stocks that they like. Could you give us an indication that in the last 1 month, where is it that you've done some cherry picking?
So we generally don't talk about individual stocks, but yeah, lenders are looking pretty interesting. Select auto names are looking interesting. We especially love, even though the results in some diagnostic companies have not been all that great, but they are, from a medium-term perspective, quite interesting. There are a few hospital names where, we can make very good returns. So over there, where we are a little bit unhappy is on the logistics side, but one will have to sort of wait and see over there. But these are the areas where we are seeing a fair amount of interest. And also, I mean, there are stocks which are into exporting to Europe and US, not only IT, but maybe they are into garmenting, maybe they are into some chemical, where they are taking it on the chin at this point in time due to what is happening in US and Europe in particular. So as a result, the stocks are down quite materially. So I suppose this would be a good opportunity to sort of look past the near-term issues and build positions in those counters.
And what about logistics? You said you were disappointed with the earnings from the logistics companies. Do you use the dip to buy, or are you still waiting it out? Or did you look to sell because things could get worse?
No, I think selling is not an option because, despite the results being not so great, they are still increasing market share. There is this whole dynamic, a medium-term dynamic, which is playing out, unorganized versus organized, which is going in favor of the organized players. So there is no reason to, become disappointed in such a short time frame. One will have to wait it out and see in the coming quarters how things are going, because we are hearing from multiple people that the calendar fourth quarter has not gone as well for consumption as it was initially expected. So one will have to be patient, but from a positioning standpoint, this whole movement, from unorganized towards organized is very much in play, and one should remain invested.
Okay, Mr. Sarin, we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for your insights. Need to slip into a very short break. As we do that, here is some exciting news. The most coveted leadership awards are back. CNBC-TV18 honors the visionaries behind outstanding businesses. Catch the